All right. So I got here Clark Roosevelt across from me right now,
What's up?
creator and visionary of Clever World branding, clothing design here in Kansas City. And as soon as I got here, because I moved to Kansas City a year ago. I don't know if you knew that, Clark, but I did.
You told me that. You
Yeah,
told me
yeah.
that.
And your brand was like the first
Mm.
one of the first things that I like saw, and I started seeing other people wearing it, but it was outside of Ruby Jeans that I first saw your location and your brand, and immediately just drew my eye. And that was the first time I met you and had a conversation with you. And yeah, you have a great like. There's a story that I hope to get into of this whole mission that you've been on and this journey you've been on.
For sure.
Yeah, and I wanna talk about that.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Man, Clever World Goods and Supply. That's what we are now. That's the name of the brand. At least it's the name of the store.
Mm-hmm.
Over on 30th and Truce. Um. Man, we've been going about 10 years now too. So, or shit, just a little over 10 years.
That's huge. Congrats.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it. It's been tight. It's man, it's been up, it's been down, it's been in, it's been out.
Still standing though.
Man, tall too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, tall. But yeah, Clever World Goods and Supply. That's where I landed. I think that's gonna stick. It allows me to expand.
Mm.
It allows me to go do other things where I'm not just a clothing line,
Mm-hmm.
but streetwear is the main thing, or streetwear is the gateway. That's why I'm looking at it as streetwear the gateway.
Right.
Everybody got their gateway to where they gotta go, or they gotta take different gateways. They gotta when it opens up and it look like it's a straight shot. Man, sometimes it's got risk it for the biscuit. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Even if you wrong, like man, if you see it and you feel like it's in reach, go reach for it.
Right.
Or even if it don't seem like it's in reach, but when it's right here, grab it
Mm-hmm.
instead of waiting.
Yeah.
Or waiting.
Right. That's the curse of all creatives is just waiting.
All of us.
Yeah.
All of us. Real bad. Real bad.
Why streetwear?
So man, it was from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Some of my very first memories of like favorite shows. You know what I'm saying? The main thing that made them stick out was what they was wearing.
Mm-hmm.
Winnie the Pooh, you know what I'm saying? Plain red shirt, but like you put Pooh on there, you know exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? It was that. It was the Black Ranger.
Power Rangers.
Yeah, from the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Zach, he had this. He had this. It was, I wouldn't say tribal or African, but it was striped here.
Mm-hmm.
And then the sleeves was black and the hoodie was black and it was short sleeve. My mama caught me one that was just like it. And that right there was probably my introduction to like, you know what I'm saying, that feeling. It's an addiction.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, kind of in a sort of way. It's a you know what I'm saying, it's how I get by for real.
Yeah.
It's how I live. It ain't really, I don't know, some people call it just selling t-shirts, but like it's so much more than that for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's my art form.
Yeah. I feel like it's already on this, like, to me, as especially from an outsider perspective of Kansas City, it feels like it's already kind of this on its way to being like an iconic symbol, because when I see people wearing it, I just instantly know where it's from. I know who it is, and I love it, and I love that Winnie the Pooh is like an influence in a drive, because for real, that's the same with me. Winnie the Pooh started a lot.
Yeah, man.
That's amazing. And the Power Rangers too, like those are icons right there.
Yep.
And I love that that's how it like started into this whole thing, because
man,
You hear that all the time, like be the main character, and I feel like it starts with dressing like one.
On God,
Yeah.
yo, like that's man. If I yeah, man, you say that, and that's how I get dressed. Like
Mhm.
I think, man, some days it might just be, man, I feel like looking like a janitor today.
All right.
And so I'll just be like a swagged out janitor that day, or like a certain movie character, or
Uh-huh.
if not character, like an era.
Mhm.
Uh,
Oh, big on
you know what I'm
era.
saying? A
Yeah.
movie. You know what I'm saying? What this movie came out this time, or these certain type of movies, and they all dress like this. That's how I feel like dressing today. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? The main character, and so and you know what I'm saying, to be the main character, you got to kind of stand out. You got to have your chest out at times, even when you are afraid.
Mhm.
You gotta, man, you gotta make it look like you ain't afraid when
Yeah,
it's
you gotta
time to
stand
fight.
tall.
Yeah. When it's time to fight, you gotta be like, hey,
Yeah.
we'll lose a draw. You know what I'm saying? It's going. You know what I'm saying? Either you gotta kill me or it's gonna be a sequel. Oh God, that's just how it's gonna be. Either you got the. What happened in Black Panther? He threw him off the side, but he didn't die, and it's
Yeah.
just like
Crawled his way back.
you see, he came first thing he said, "Do it look like I'm dead?"
Yeah.
And that's that's I've been looking for a way to word that
Uh-huh.
sometimes, but that's exactly how I feel.
Uh-huh.
Like I gotta dress like the main character,
Yeah.
like if some cameras follow me or something.
Yeah. You heard that one here first. If you see it on a t-shirt.
That would be a fire. That would be a fire T-shirt.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't get too many ideas with
Uh-huh.
somebody. Man, you should put that on a T-shirt. Nah, man, I'm not putting that on a T-shirt.
I swear, I'd be saying it all the time.
But
Any
that would
sort
be
of saying
fire
that I find catchy, I'm like, put that on a t-shirt.
for sure.
But I'm curious, where did the penguin come from?
So the penguin, his name was Clapper. Man,
Clapper.
he, man. So it was, I was the first of my friends to get a cell phone, and this is right when Facebook popped off. And so man, it would be times where after practice, you know what I'm saying, they would be passing my phone around in Coach Van, logging into Facebook, checking they notifications. Like I don't know if they was called, no, I don't know what we called them then, but like, and I didn't even forgot how you hit the button for it,
Mhm.
but they would all check, and it wasn't like Facebook on our phone now.
Uh,
It was the mobile Facebook.
right.
It was absolutely terrible. But all my friends would, and so man, I wanted to get some games on there because I'm a kid, or I'm like 17 or something like
Uh,
that, and so I get the phone. I get, you know what I'm saying, it's one of them. It was a cricket just came out, and it was the best cricket that they had, and I'm
uh.
like, yeah, I gotta get a game. So I find it. The game was a gigapet
Oh
type of
yeah.
thing, and it
Way back.
asks you what type of animal you wanted, and I just didn't want it. I didn't want something that was like conventional, or
Uh-huh.
like a lion, or man, a bear or something like that. But I seen this penguin. I said I got to be the penguin, and so me and my friends, we made a thing of it. But we would all forget, and he would die.
That's the penguin would
The
die.
penguin would die.
Is it a dead penguin that's on
Nah, we just pressed the restart button,
run it
and
back?
Clapper pulled back up,
Yeah.
and he he ran new every time. And
Clapper is the
so
main character.
yeah,
You
yeah,
got-
yeah, yeah. Clapper,
Either kill him or season 2
hey,
episode
yo, that's what happened.
sequel.
So, man, we was in ceramics class, and we had to make a box. Excuse me. Part of the box. Let me get some water.
Yeah.
Ooh. So part of the box was, man, two sides was like living space. Like one was an apartment, like a brickstone.
Mhm.
Other one was like a office building. But then you turn it, and one was a speaker and one was an amp. But in the apartment, I carved a clapper into it.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? So
nice.
I keep it on. I know everybody else probably threw theirs away, but like I love mine that I made, and so I kept them. And I moved into my new crib, and I started. I would put all my pencils in it because I would do it. Just I was sketching for the brand,
Mm.
and one day I just turned it the right way and saw Clapper and was like, and it was while I was in the middle of trying to find. I told my business partner, yo, I want an animal. I want us to do an animal so that we can have something that we can keep using. You know what I'm saying? We could different variations of it. And he was like, all right. And so I was just, and with that one night, that right then, I seen him, I was like, and just went looking for layouts, and it was tight
Yeah,
how that came
the
together.
original signature.
The original.
Yeah,
Yep. And like
that's dope. I love that story.
his name Clapper.
Yeah, where did that come from?
It, so uh, his name was Clapper when I named him in the gig as the Gigapet.
Hmm.
I named him Clapper.
Wow,
then.
way back when.
Yeah. When I told bro, because he was one of my homies, when I was like, hey yo, I sent it to him, and I said, I don't know, it was him. He was like, is this Clapper? I was like, yeah, yeah. And he was down with it. He was down with it. It went something like that, but he was just down with it because he knew what the Penguin was. You know what I'm saying, to us as a friend group. You know what I'm saying? So that it's it's deep for me.
Yeah, long
You know
live
what I'm saying?
Clapper. It sounds
Yo,
like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
I said, man, I forgot to feed him. Now he feeds me. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So Clapper, long live
Mm-hmm.
Clapper. And the girl one called Clapisha.
Clapisha? There's a
Clapisha.
girl?
Yeah, it's a girl one.
Wow. Are they partners or are they separate? They got kids.
Nah, so we doing some clever girl stuff too.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And Clapisha will go on that.
Clapisha be the girl. Yeah.
Nice. Clapper.
Unless I get canceled or something.
Don't we haven't even launched yet.
Man. Controversy.
Hey, sometimes controversy sells, you know? If Clapisha, we're not going to put it out there even. But I love, so like I was saying before, seeing Clvr World all over the place and like seeing it on people's shirts and stuff here in KC. Feels like you've been doing a ton of groundwork. Usually you see like a lot of internet streetwear fashion where you don't really see the front, the storefront and things like that. But I feel like you are really in this community. I feel like I see Clvr World a lot. I see you a lot, and just like spaces like community events. The last one I saw you was at that Equal Minded cafe event, that late night open mic.
Oh yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And just see you bouncing around, and yeah, I feel like where do you see, like, I feel like streetwear and community kind of, they go one in one, hand in hand.
So it's that main character thing again. Where like I'm trying to do me, and I'm trying to create a safe space for everybody. So sometimes you gotta create the safe space and take the safe space to them. You know what I'm saying? It's so my pops was a pastor, and one thing he talked a lot about was you you can't reach the sinners inside the church. You can't just expect them to come to us, especially with the reputation that we got is basically being assholes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody think pastor is a thief, and you know what I'm saying. Excuse me, pastor's a thief. All the deacons are the disciples of the. You know what I'm saying. Then you got the church mother with the bad attitude, and that, you know what I'm saying. You got all them stereotypes.
Yeah.
And not all of these people act like this, but the bad ones really leave an impact. You know what I'm saying? Because a scar a scar leave a bigger mark than a pat on the back.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? The scar forever. You look at the scar with that pat on the back. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna need another one,
Right.
but you don't need another scar to be reminded about that scar.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, but yeah, the streetwear and community is everything got a uniform.
Mm-hmm. Mm. I
You know what I'm
love that.
saying?
Yeah.
Everything got a uniform, and you want when you want to reach somebody, you got to make it look good.
Mm.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
If I want to reach um, the demographic that I go mostly for, or that I market to is, you know, what I'm saying me at a time in my life where I was really having a hard time with confidence, um, girls, money. You know what I'm saying? It was, you know what I'm saying, right when I start making money and exchanging it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know what I'm saying, you grow up and you know what money is. You know that your parents got it. You know that your parents need it. You know that's why your parents go to work. But when you start holding your own money, it's different.
Right.
And this was around the time where I started it, which is, you know what I'm saying, from like 13 to about 16. You know what I'm saying? Where I got a job, but it's a little bullshit job. I got a girl, you know what I'm saying, or I get a girl, all of that. And you know what I'm saying, I'm out with my boys more. We, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
being boys, and so you gotta look fly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's I had a hard time with that thing because my parents didn't have it.
Mm.
So I marketed that to those kids to make it look good and let them know that these type of things are attainable.
Mm-hmm.
Also to let you, you know what I'm saying, you ain't got to be a dope boy.
Right.
You can have that mentality, but bring it to different spaces.
Right. Yeah, because I feel like most of your stuff comes with positive messages on it.
Hmm.
Give your friends flowers, growth season.
Hmm.
Those are just to name a few. Um, so I love that idea of like bringing love, bringing the church to the person,
Yeah,
instead of waiting for them to come to you. I mean, there's like you got to market yourself, but
for sure.
also at the same time,
Self promote.
yeah,
Self promote. You gotta you like if you want to be recognized. If you don't want to be recognized, if you just want the business to be recognized, then promote the business.
mm-hmm.
But if you want to be recognized, because I also do want to be recognized, I got an ego,
Yeah,
like for sure, and I got to make sure that it stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? And a part of it staying healthy isn't only just the, you know what I'm saying, not always letting your ego control everything, but sometimes feeding your ego.
hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that shit, you can recognize who you are. How you not gonna recognize who you are if you don't never feed your ego, and your ego is a really big part of who you are.
Mm.
So you gotta. So I focus on that too,
Mm-hmm.
and stay in that energy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, an overblown ego is just as dangerous as like a underfed ego. Like,
For sure. For
if you
sure.
leave your ego just like withering in the corner and being like, I'm not gonna touch
You ain't
that,
gonna. You never gonna know who you
it
are.
affects you. It affects you. It affects your
Yep.
confidence, like you were
For sure.
saying. There's like balance, of course, but I love that approach because I feel like most people are afraid to say that they're actively feeding their ego. It kind of comes with
Hmm.
a negative connotation.
It took. It took. It took. Man, it took a lot for me to get to this point.
Mm.
Cause I was that. I'm gonna let my ego wither over in the corner, so I wouldn't offend nobody, or I wouldn't rub nobody the wrong way. But at this point in my life, everything I've been through, on top of doing this for 10 years, like what else am I supposed to? What else do I? What else? I'm at the point where I can't go nowhere else. I can't get. I can't move. I can't do anything unless I feed that ego,
Mm.
because either it could be Oh, because I gotta grow. In order for me to grow, it has to grow with me. It has to. It's because I think my understanding of ego, as we having this conversation, is your ego is you. It's a mixture between who you think you are and who you know you are, and what you actually are. It's those three. The you like a story. It's three sides to the story. What you say, what they say, and what actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's you living in that reality. What you see, what others see, and what's actually going on.
Yeah.
And so you need all three of those perspectives to kind of expand for you to grow.
Mm-hmm. Right. I mean, ego is like you're. That's a great way to put it. The tying it with the stories, the what they said, what you said, and what actually happened. I love that. But yeah, ego is like this self identity, this what you are, and then also it's kind of works in your fight or flight response. So it's like
Facts.
if you have a ego
Yeah.
that you've been ignoring and putting off in a way, you could affect your decision making, your
Facts.
what you're like, how you operate in the field. Like,
Like because I really understand that because you would think you would get an opportunity and you would just panic and be like, how do I? Can I? But am I good enough? But if you feeding your ego, you know you good enough.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you feeding your ego in healthy, I mean, too much of anything is gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
You gotta manage it. I seen Les Brown. It come. It's one thing that when I heard it, I always think whatever you don't manage, you lose.
Mm.
So you're not gonna lose your ego, but you're gonna lose your fight with it.
Mm.
And you know what I'm saying? To break that down a little more, even if you beat your ego, you lose. So it gotta be a good fight.
Mm.
Damn, yup.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
gotta
it
be a
gotta
fight that
be.
lasts.
Yeah, it
It goes
gotta
all
be.
full 12 rounds.
You gotta. It's ups and downs.
Yeah.
Life, just like everything else in life, it's ups and downs. It's
Yeah.
shit. Phases.
Mm-hmm.
Money come in phases. Love come in phases. Sorrow come in phases. All of that.
Yeah.
And so it's the same with your ego. Some days you shit. I'm him.
Mm-hmm.
Other days it's them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. Can't get out of bed, or it's I'm on top of the world.
Man.
You know, it's
and some days it's right somewhere in between
yeah,
there.
yeah. I always think of life as a roller coaster. You got the ups and the downs.
Yup, yup.
But yeah, I want to talk more about like I feel like you were saying, you're so tied in with your brand. You're like it's not just Clever World, but it's also you. And seeing, like, I almost, without, there's Clapper, and I almost associate Clapper with you.
Straight up.
With just like, whenever I see you, I just, I can immediately, you're repping your own brand.
Straight up.
And what does that come with? That must come with, like, obviously benefits, but also some struggles.
So phrase it, what you mean?
Like, how is it, like, tying yourself to a brand? I feel, yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's interesting that we started off with it, but it go back to being that main character. I just see it as coming along. It's my anime. It's part of my anime. It's my Kamehameha.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm Goku. It's my Kamehameha. The stronger I get, the stronger it gets. The smarter I get, the smarter it gets. It's my AI.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it's my art.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It is my art. That's why it look different than everybody's. That's why it feel different than everybody's. That's why it moves different than everybody's. Cause it's me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel different than everybody. I move different than everybody. I I live different. I drive different than everybody. People
Yeah.
get in my car and you just don't care. I'm like, nah, I care is just that. Like I care in a different way. And
I'm on that same level. I'm on that.
like
I'm that type of
man,
driver.
like I don't care. I don't know. Like I choose not to follow the signs, but follow what's right in front of me.
Bro, I'm telling you, if you stay too much in the lane, you stay too much by the rules of the road, it's just as dangerous as being an active driver or being
Just
not an
as
active driver. My
like
bad.
you a robot.
Yeah,
Or you trying to drive like you a robot, but like you not a fucking robot.
yeah, exactly. Most accidents happen out like in between the lines, so I'm just telling you. That's off.
Just drive with what's in front of you,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Just, but yeah, that's really wild. That's it's because it's me. It's my art. It's
Yeah.
my You know what I'm saying? I'm saying Dragon Ball Z, but it's the person. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. The guy that made Dragon Ball Z.
Mhm.
Goku is his clever world. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Where Goku, you know what I'm saying? First he was a kid, but we see Goku grow up. It's one of the few cartoons. I don't know too many other cartoons where we see him as a kid, and he's I don't know 4 or 5 seasons of him
Mhm.
as a kid. Then it's Dragon Ball Z, where he's an adult. Then he got a son.
Mhm.
He get a friend. Well, he get an arch nemesis, but his arch nemesis come his homie
Yeah.
and become his homie because they just alike.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you
Yeah.
think about it, like that's basically what they relationship come down to. Like
Uh-huh.
it's just we the last two, besides your kids and my kids.
Yeah.
Why we fighting?
Right.
let's rebuild this race. And I mean, we gonna throw hands every now and then. 'Cause, you know, Vegeta like I got to get this motherfucker. That's Vegeta the whole like he my boy, but I listen y'all don't understand. Everybody like, but Vegeta you a dope ass number two. You like nah fuck that. I'm motherfucking Vegeta, the prince of all Saiyans. So like but yeah, he Goku gets all of this. He grows, and
Yeah.
so like that's what Clever World is for me.
Uh-huh.
It's my story. It's my book. It's all of that.
Yeah, there's no Clever World without Clark, and there's no Clark without Clever World.
I now see now that the second one ain't true. It's Clark without Clever World.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Cause it ain't been 10 years straight.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? It
Right.
ain't been 10 years straight. It's been 10 years on and off,
Mm.
and so you know what I'm saying. Clever World is big. Is gonna be a huge movement, but um, Clever World is just the name of this one.
Mm.
Clever World is just the name of this idea. Uh, there's other ideas. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like I know how to create.
Yeah.
So Clever World is just there is a Clark without Clever World. Clark is just an idea.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's crazy. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You can have you know what I'm saying one idea can be birthed from the other one, but like yeah, they the same. Nah, they not the same. They was created two very different ways,
Yeah.
but both from the past, but two very different ways
Yeah.
that come together by way of my mother and my father.
Mm.
They the influence they had and what they do, what they capable of, what I saw them actually do with their hands. You know what I'm saying? Like what I saw them do, what I saw them do with people, what I saw them do with friendships, what I saw them do with enemies.
Mm.
That's key.
Mm-hmm.
What I saw them do with just oh my God.
Yeah.
What I saw them do with what I saw them do with people that felt like they was better than them.
Mm.
What I saw them do with people that they knew was less fortunate.
Mm.
All that, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Each each entity, Clark and Clever World, both got a ton of influence from them too.
Of course. Of course. I mean, how much, like you were saying, Clark is its own self identity.
It is.
And because, I mean, Clark, Danny, like these are just words that we put on our, our, our experience, like who
For
we
sure.
are, right? But that word doesn't fully encompass who we are or what we do. But like in reality, it's just a self identity that was handed down to us from our parents. Like
Facts.
that's just our parents saying, "No, you're Danny, you're Clark." Like,
Yep.
and that's just
Yep.
where it starts. And so
Yep.
then you see this
You don't even,
color branding.
I don't think you know Clark not my real name.
Oh, really?
Nah.
You made me let me introduce you as Clark, bro.
No. But that's what I go as. But Clark
Okay,
not
got
my
you.
real name is Aaron Lattimore.
Okay.
But
Aaron Lattimore.
Clark comes from it was gonna be my name if I was born before my sister. My mama had, she loved the name Clark, and my father's middle name was her daddy's middle name was Roosevelt. He passed when she was 2, so she technically never met him. And so she was gonna do that, and when she told my aunties, they just had jokes or whatever about it, and so she didn't want, you know what I'm saying, little Clark to grow up with
Yeah.
with the problems of people picking on her, so she just went with the safest name, Aaron.
Okay.
And so, man, 2000 maybe 9 or 10, we man, I'm deciding to rap. And I'm looking for a name. I couldn't go by my latest nickname, so I made one up. It was called Strength in the Flesh. It was terrible.
A little long. A little long.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's one thing. So many things wrong. Now that I say it, I haven't said it in a very long time, but now that I think about it, like, yo, it is so many things marketing wise.
Yeah.
That make that name just tough to have stuck with. But Thanksgiving, we going through photo albums and we come across a napkin with Clark Roosevelt on it. And so I asked my mama, like, what's this? And she telling story about it about to be my name. And I'm in the middle of a name crisis when this happens.
Wow.
Just like with Clapper. And I'm just like, yep, go with it. And I switched it up. Man, it wasn't even a rough transition either.
Yeah.
Like people, like I would meet people and somebody be like, yeah, this it's Clark Roosevelt. And people would be like, Clark Roosevelt, that's a nice name.
It pops a little bit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it was a real smooth one. Oh, it was only a few jokes, and some people like, were you running for president or something? And I let it. I didn't give it no
Second
steam.
Roosevelt.
Yeah. And so it was. It was tight. That was tight.
You didn't have any problems, like, getting that one to stick. Here, I got this water too.
Oh.
Yeah, that's yours anyway. You didn't have a problem getting that stick because I'm literally. I go by Danny. Danny Mac is my artist, writer, pen name that I go by. And that's just because growing up, that's what my family called me when I have my mother's middle name, or my mother's maiden name as my middle name, which is McNamara. And growing up, my family would always call me Danny Mac. And so I have been sort of writing and making films. That's like my art, is movies and filmmaking and writing, and so I was sort of having a name crisis a little bit, like when I was starting to put this stuff out as a serious artist and being like, how do I want to identify as this because I feel as an artist, like especially when you're releasing this stuff for the first time, that you're like really stepping into a new version of yourself, a new vision of something else, where you're really sharing intimate things, especially as an artist, because this is your art, this is how you express yourself, and this is very intimate stuff. And so I was looking back and I was just thinking about how far I came, and I was like, why don't I just take that childlike nature that I feel like is so tied to my art, and go right back to it. And so I go by Danny Mac, and that's just like how I've been doing it. And haven't had really issues with it, honestly, but
It's
it's kind of
catchy.
interesting. It's kind of weird, like being like saying your name again and like renaming yourself, rebranding yourself.
It is. That is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, like for me, I didn't even really like strength, so
Mm.
it was like, yes, finally I got one.
Uh huh.
'Cause I went through a couple of them,
Uh huh.
but I, I mean, you gotta step into who you want to be.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying, if you want the main character of your story to go by Danny Mac, you gotta act like Danny Mac.
Yes,
You
sir.
know what I'm saying, and can't nobody tell nobody who Danny Mac is but you.
Yeah.
So you got a leg up on it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I can't. I guess that's how I'm looking at it. Like you gonna be right. You gonna be the right Danny Mac.
Yeah. Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know who Danny Mac is, but you do, and
Yeah.
ain't no who else do I got to compare it to?
Uh huh.
So you step into it.
Yeah.
Step like
I love that.
step into it.
What would you say to 10 years ago, to a 10-year younger self before you started all this? What would you say? Because you've been on such a journey, and just getting started is such a big step, but you're so much further from that.
Um, smoke weed. Smoke weed. If I would have smoked then, or no. Let me take that back. Because there's no guarantee in that.
Mhm.
Um, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of growth. Don't be afraid of letting yourself down. Don't be afraid of. Don't be afraid of letting anybody down, because what other people think don't matter in the grand scheme of things. What other people think really. Ooh, don't be afraid to feed that ego.
Mm.
Cause I was a cold motherfucker then.
Mm.
Cause I mean, the stuff I'm doing now, I go back and look, and I'm like, damn, it was already there.
Yeah.
It was already there. I just wanted it to look so like I get caught with. I call myself a visionary because I'm really into making things look good. I'm really into creating things that aesthetically aesthetically look a certain way,
Mhm.
the Clark way, and that looking good. You know what I'm saying? That looking pleasing, that looking attractive to other people.
Yeah.
And that's hmm. I lost my train of thought.
Making you look good to other people.
Not just me,
Mm.
my bad, but
Mm.
not just me, but even the things that I influence. You know what I'm saying? Because I see it. I see it now, and I've wanted to see it, and now that I see it, I feel it make me uncomfortable. And so when I get uncomfortable, it just puts me in a different mode.
Mm.
Like I'm uncomfortable when somebody tell me I can't do something. I had diabetes. The doctor told me I couldn't beat it without medicine.
Mm.
I beat diabetes. I ain't never said it like that.
Wow.
But I always wanted to be one of the motherfuckers on the podcast saying some shit like that. Like, nah, like I always like growing up when I was a kid,
I love that.
I would see here lately I've been looking at things how I've been going back and kind of visualizing how I looked at things when I was a kid, and whether I had negative thoughts about it or positive thoughts about it. And some of the things I thought I had negative but more condescending
Mm.
um, thoughts about I've become, and in a really interesting way,
Hmm.
where it was like, damn, I was bugging.
Yeah.
Like I'm like it's parts about me that I think is really tight, but me as a kid would be like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Right.
Like, bro, you weird.
Uh-huh.
And like from like the way I eat, you know what I'm saying? I had to switch up the way I eat, the way I ate to beat diabetes and to lose weight. I used to weigh about 450 pounds,
Wow.
and I got
450.
yeah.
Holy shit, man! You look great. Congrats.
I appreciate it. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. I appreciate it. It was man, a journey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying in itself.
That takes real discipline and just
Man,
mental strength.
that and a lot of stress too.
Yeah.
I went through a lot of stress,
Sure.
and that, especially with the diabetes.
Mm.
But I'm most definitely grateful for it. I'm grateful for for being able to do it. Um, I'm grateful for everybody that helped me.
Mm.
There was a lot of people that believed in me. You know what I'm saying? Um, a lot of people that man didn't change. It's a change in people going through that. It's a change in society. But like the people that loved me before, they the same. They the
Mm.
exact same. They yeah. They shit. A few times me and my homie we went out of town. And you know, saying he happy I lose. You know, saying I lost the weight, but he still got some fat jokes here now.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know what I'm saying, which I respect, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm still the biggest person in the fucking group. You know what I'm saying? But man, the day before, you know what I'm saying, he found out that I wore a large. He was like, Clark, he was like my nickname Kool-Aid in the group. And he said, Kool-Aid, man, you wear large? I'm like, yeah. He like, man, I wear large. So I was like, yeah. So the next day he had some fat joke. I said, now hold on now, we wear the same shirt size.
Not anymore.
I said we wear the same shirt size now. I mean, if I'm big, then you big too. Oh man, we had a good laugh.
I love that. You've been doing your push-ups.
Yeah. You. But man, but same thing with that, man. It's ups and downs in that too. I don't put on a little weight, but it's a I understand myself now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I understand what to eat, what not to eat. I don't eat fast food like McDonald's. I don't even right past it every time. Don't even. It's been that's the wildest thing.
McDonald's
Or man, fast food because I used to be big on it.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying, me as a kid, if I told myself that like man, I don't eat no fast food, it's trash.
Yeah.
Little me be like, this ain't got no Happy Meal in it.
That's part of growing, though.
Straight
I feel
up.
like having that younger self kind of think you're weird because you're no longer like that person, you know.
Yep.
So I feel like
I want to do I want to do a stint in the jungle or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But younger me be like, what the fuck you got to go in the jungle for? But I really love nature now.
Yeah.
Man, life got to the point where, man, everything like propaganda and stuff and politics, I just got tired of it.
Yeah.
And it was just like, man, I'm just watch some nature documentaries one day, and I've been watching nature documentaries damn near every day since.
Yes, I love that, bro. One of my dreams be featured on National Geographic. I love that shit, man.
Man, listen, and this what's crazy is some things is set up, some things is we gonna speak that into existence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm trying to be on National Geographic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to be on National Geographic. I'm gonna be on. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I started watching nature shows to, man, they tell a story.
Yeah.
That's what's tight about it. They tell a story. They give the animals personality, which they do have personality,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't know because we here, they there.
Yeah. We're in our concrete little.
Yeah. We have no personality.
Yeah.
You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? That's what it is.
Yeah.
We don't
don't
have no personality.
Yeah.
That has to be the only people that's killing animals.
Yes.
Who have no personality.
The personality is that they kill animals.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
That has to be exactly what.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you just. I understand hunting,
Mm-hmm.
like when they go hunt like deer.
Yeah.
I get that, but like lions,
Mm-hmm.
why, bro?
Yeah.
To put on your wall.
Yeah. Really. Get a rug, but like.
But that's them overfeeding their ego.
Yeah.
When you overfeed your ego. Damn, I was having a conversation with a friend about this, and it's just coming full circle. But when you overfeed your ego, it affects other things.
Mm.
It affects relationship. You know what I'm saying? Your relationships. It could affect your money.
Mm-hmm.
It could affect, man, the laws of nature, like going and killing a lion. Like, there's no other reason to go and kill a lion like that.
Yeah. Facts.
Unless it's ego.
Yeah.
Like, man, my ego say I got to conquer this motherfucker.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? If we keep it G on something like that, like, nah, you kind of had to cheat to get the line. You know what I'm saying? You didn't really put it in.
No.
You sat back.
Yeah. You used a weapon you could not make.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so.
You think you could kill a lion, get in the ring with the lion.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, do it like tribal folk do it, if they do it.
Make a spear.
yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Make it fair.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
Make it a fight.
Give them a shot.
Get them a gun.
Yeah. Before I wrap this up, I really want to know more about your yo-yo skills because you've been going crazy on the gram.
I love my yo-yos, man. It's a really, really calming pastime. It's, I don't know. It's, Man, I guess I when I picked it back up, I wanted something to keep me off social media so much. Like, I'd be on social media all day, and one day it just seems like, bro, you got to get off social media. Yeah. Or you gotta like not be on there so much, or be on your phone so much. And so I was like, I don't know. I think I had like accidentally found one of my very old ones, and was like, let me check on the yo-yo universe.
Yeah.
And check was like, yo, they on here spazzing. And you know what I'm saying? Looked a little deeper, found out what was going on, and man, picked it back up. This was like 2018. I think the last yo-yo I had, I was like 8 or 9 or something like that. Like, man, late 90s or something. And so picked it back up, and it's not an expensive hobby. Ain't gonna hurt nobody.
No, it's just fun. It's good old fashioned fun.
Yeah. Just, man, it feel good to hit a trick.
Yeah, better than do some yo-yo tricks than hit refresh for the 1,000th time.
Yeah, hell yeah,
yeah.
I'm sick and tired of Facebook.
Dude, I love
my Facebook is negative.
No, I'm not on Facebook. Can't do it. I just folded and downloaded Twitter because of the NFL draft. But
I mess with Twitter. I really only go on Twitter. Talk a little shit.
Yeah. See, I'm on and off Twitter, but Yo, can you? I really want you to make a yo-yo video here in Prospero's in front of the books. Right down.
Man, I don't see where we huh.
We'll find a spot. We'll find a spot.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
can
yeah.
do that. Yeah.
Cool. Hell yeah. Bet. All right. Cool. Man, thank you for being on the show. Like, for real, this was a great conversation. This is Prospero's Pit featuring Clark Rooseveltte,
Yeah.
creator of Clvr World. You want to say anything? Last pieces?
Yeah. Follow us on Instagram at Clvr World, CLVR World, like this. You can follow me on Instagram, Clark Roosevelt, 2 O's and 2 T's. Uh, Man, we got a shop over on 30th and Truce called Clvr World Goods and Supply. We in a shipping container. Slide. Just slide. We reopening May 13th for a grand opening. Yeah, that's about it. We just had a really dope weekend for the draft weekend. It was man, we had our best day ever yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was 12 hours though. It was man,
Oh, man. So
I was
you're
out there going, man.
you're running on fumes right now.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Well, see, so I wanted to tell this story. So when I got my first job at Denny's, they used to have me come in on the weekends. I'll come in Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, Saturday, I was working 12-hour shifts. 6 p.m., 6 a.m., go home, ride the bus home, ride the bus back, another 6 p.m., 6 a.m. And so like this weekend I did it again. But it was Thursday, we did 12 hours, and then was it Thursday? Yeah, Thursday we did about 12 hours, and then yesterday we did another 12 hours. And so it was man, it was crazy.
Were you posted up somewhere?
We was at Made Mob on Thursday, and then yesterday we was at Operation Breakthrough for first it was a sneaker conference, but then I forgot guys over fashion, Kansas City Fashion. I forgot his name. He was there and he announced on the mic like, "Hey, yo, any vendors want to stay? It's just $50 to stay." And I was like, "We only 2 doors down from my shop at Operation Breakthrough." So I looked at my homegirl, was like, "Yo, Shani, we gonna stay?" Shani was like, or I was like, I told her, I was like, "If you gonna leave, I'm gonna go ahead and stay. I can, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna take me a little bit to get this shit to the shop, but I do it." That's one thing too. I love it. Since it's my art, I like being out in it and selling it. And it's just it's how you it's how you create a grassroots. You know? Yeah, it's how I feel like creating a grassroots. I want to do the same thing with my music. It's just gonna be, you got to be out there. You got to take the opportunity. You got to go meet the people. It's that self promote thing. It's that main character. If you're not, how you gonna be the main character at the house?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're a pedestrian.
Yeah.
If you just at the crib, and a lot of people, you got the Kansas City People's Choice Awards, and a lot of people don't self promote, so they think that just their talent alone is what is gonna make their main character prevail, but that just ain't how life works. Talent alone is just talent. I can't pay you just because you're good at something if you not producing a product. If you're not, and then if you're gonna produce a product, how am I gonna know that your product exists if you don't tell me about it? Or if you don't make some way for it to be brought to my attention.
Right.
And so, man, self promoting it's my thing.
Yeah.
It's it's what rappers do.
Yeah.
It is exactly what rappers do. It's what spokes like Apple, Steve Jobs,
Yeah.
self promotion. Like it got to the. I think his is rare because it became, or it's. I haven't seen too many stories like his where it was his product first, and then he kind of was just like, black room
Yeah.
jeans. And when y'all see me, y'all know that I'm about to drop some heat. You know what I'm saying? It was the product first, and then it was him presenting the product. Like, yeah, boy, look at this cold shit I'm about to drop on you, motherfuckers.
Right.
But I guess that was he did that with iPhone. He started that with iPhone.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like I guess that was a new product. It was like, yo, I'm Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
But I also got this motherfucker over here called the iPhone.
Yeah.
And every time you see me from now on in this motherfucking black room, that's when you know there's some fire about to drop. And I feel like small businesses where you selling a small product, you gotta do that.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta do that. You gotta you either gotta self promote or you gotta pay some ads. That's what the algorithm telling us. Like if you're not gonna be on here, if you're not gonna be doing this, then you gotta be doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to get off that hamster wheel. I don't even want to
Yeah.
hold you. I'm ready to get off that. That's why I'm ready to go on my two months in the jungle in the
Yeah.
Congo.
Right.
So I can get off the hamster wheel for a little bit.
Yeah.
Cause I'm tired of. I don't want to do that, and I don't want to do that. I really just want to. I just want to paint.
Yeah. Go 0 to 30. Never see me again.
Yep.
Pull Frank
Yeah.
Ocean, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Don't let me hit like Frank Ocean.
Yeah,
I'm almost dead. Or Kendrick Lamar. I'm gone.
You will never see me again.
Yeah.
A lot of people spend a lot of money on billboards, and I feel like you use it best where you're a walking billboard. You walk around, you wear your own stuff, and you're outside. So, like, I feel like that's one of the reasons that you do have a bit of a grassroots campaign is that you're out and around, you're at these community events, and you're wearing your stuff, and you're promoting your stuff through your image, and it seems to be working.
Man, a lot of people say that. My perspective on that is like I really think my shit hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's the ego. Like I wear my shit because I think my shit hard as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I don't wear it to promote. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I wear it to promote. Like tonight, it's like, damn, all right, it's an interview. You gotta have something to represent the brand. You know what I'm saying? Just throwing the staple hoodie. It's like, all right, easy. But like my everyday, I just think my shit hard.
Yeah.
And I make shit. You know what I'm saying? We make everything. It's a we now, but you know what I'm saying? I make everything. And so with it at my crib, I do me sometimes. Like I was young lady I'm talking to, she said, I think it's just cool that when you got something coming up, you just make you a shirt. She done seen me go out of town like 2 or 3 times. She said, whenever you got a trip, you just make your stuff. And I was paused and was just like, cause I was in the middle of going out of town and I was making some shirts. I made 3 shirts and a couple hoodies for the whole trip.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, I just think it's just so tight that when you got a trip coming up, you don't go shopping for no shit.
Yeah.
You buy your blanks or you go to the thrift store, get some shit that you like, and you cook.
Yeah.
And so I just think my shit hard. That's my flex. That's what's feeding my ego. I think that cause it's that it gotta look good. When I go somewhere, I gotta look fly. I gotta just for I guess it's my narcissism, which is the ego.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason why people love the brand.
Right.
Because, like you said, people see me and it look like I'm being the billboard, but I'm really I just think my shit hard. And I'm wearing it how I think it should be worn. I'm wearing it like growing up, I saw people wear different brands like Lil Wayne wearing Bape, Pharrell wearing Bape,
Mhm.
or Supreme, Echo, Fubu. Ooh, Fubu for sure. Like I'm wearing it how like the artist would get and wear it
Mm.
because that's what made everybody want. That's what made everybody want to consume it. They see their favorite artist and their favorite artist make it look good. So I'm like, I'm an artist,
Yeah.
and I gotta make it look good because I want you to buy it.
Yeah.
I want you to. I most definitely want you to buy it, but it's man, it's an ego.
Yeah. I mean, like you were saying earlier, you can have the most talent in the room, but it's actually your ego is going to be the one that puts up that hand and be like, "I'm right here.
Hey,
Hey,
motherfucker.
I am right here."
Hey,
Yeah.
y'all
Exactly.
looking for him?
I am him. Yeah.
Come on. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Exactly.
But when you don't feed, damn, that's full circle. When you don't feed that ego, that's when you end up on the internet mad because your talent didn't get recognized.
Yeah.
But your talent don't get recognized without your ego.
Mm.
Without your ego, damn, your ego is like you rooting for you. Like, motherfucker, you got this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You got this motherfucker. And
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta let that motherfucker push you and be right.
Yeah.
Give you one of them and you out there in the ring and shit. You might have been scared, but your ego got you out there.
Yeah.
And that's what worked the muscle of your fight or flight.
Mm-hmm.
Your ego don't put you in a situation where it might be tough to handle, but your ego was right and you handled that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta man, I say you gotta risk it for the biscuit and let your ego maybe be right.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I think what we be confused, we or not confused, we be afraid of our ego being wrong.
Mm.
And when your ego is wrong, like I said, relationships get affected, your money get affected, or just the rules of nature get affected. And so those three things being affected seems to frighten us of feeding our ego.
Mm.
Damn.
You're really that dude on the podcast right now.
Oh yeah. It's just I'll be having these moments when I'm by myself, but like like that. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. Beautifully said. I think I'm gonna wrap it there.
Hell
So hey, appreciate you coming on.
for sure, man.
Yeah.
I was a little nervous, but it was a good time, bro.
Dude,
Appreciate it.
you're speaking. Yeah. Thank you.